Join me as I dive into Brittney Griner's bold comments and see if I can unpack the real issues behind the WNBA critics. Brittney Griner is easily one of the most dominant players in the WNBA, and even with her impressive skills on the court, she's not afraid to speak her mind off of it. Recently, she's been vocal about the criticism the WNBA faces, and it's got everyone talking. The WNBA has been subject to criticism for ages, and it's not hard to see why. From small crowds to low salaries, it's easy for outsiders to say that the league just isn't as competitive or entertaining as its male counterpart. But what people often fail to realize is that the WNBA is more than just a league, it's a platform for women to showcase their incredible talent and inspire the next generation of female athletes. Griner has addressed some specific examples of this criticism in her comments, and it's clear she's had enough. One of the most frustrating things for WNBA players is the constant comparison to the NBA. It's unfair to judge the two leagues against each other, considering the vastly different circumstances they operate under. The NBA has a massive following, endless resources, and a history that spans decades. The WNBA, on the other hand, is still relatively young and fighting for relevance. Despite this, WNBA players are expected to perform at the same level as their male counterparts, and it's just not realistic. Griner has spoken out against these unrealistic expectations, and it's about time someone did. The criticism doesn't just stop at the league itself, though. WNBA players are often subject to personal attacks on social media, with people questioning their skills, their looks, and even their sexuality. It's a toxic environment that can be overwhelming, and it's no wonder many players feel undervalued and unappreciated. Griner has addressed the impact of social media on athlete perception, and it's a critical conversation we need to be having. Griner's comments also touch on the relationship between players and fans. In an ideal world, fans would support the WNBA because they love the game, not because they're trying to prove a point. Unfortunately, that's not always the case. Many fans tune in solely to criticize or belittle the players, rather than actually enjoying the game. It's unfair, and it's something that needs to change. The broader implications of Griner's statements are far-reaching. By speaking out against the criticism, she's not only advocating for the WNBA, but for women's sports as a whole. She's highlighting the importance of equality and fair treatment, and it's a message that resonates deeply. Griner is using her platform to spark change, and it's inspiring to see. One of Griner's most compelling arguments is that the WNBA is more than just a league, it's a movement. It's a symbol of female empowerment, of perseverance, and of determination. By criticizing the WNBA, people are indirectly criticizing the women who make up the league. It's a powerful message, and one that should give critics pause. Griner also emphasizes the importance of recognizing the value that WNBA players bring to the table. They're not just athletes, they're role models, entrepreneurs, and activists. They're women who are making a difference, both on and off the court. By respecting their skills and accomplishments, we're respecting their worth as human beings. Griner's final point is perhaps the most crucial: the WNBA is worth fighting for. It's a league that's full of dedicated athletes, passionate fans, and a sense of community that's hard to find elsewhere. By supporting the WNBA, we're supporting the next generation of female athletes, and that's something worth getting behind. In the end, Griner's comments are a call to action. They're a reminder that the WNBA is worth fighting for, and that its players deserve our respect, our admiration, and our support. What do you think about Griner's bold comments? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to check out my other videos on women's sports.